Hello again, everyone. This video is going to be about my personal GNOME workflow, how I use GNOME. You might have seen my last video. That one was about how GNOME works by default. It was basically a tutorial for any new user to GNOME. And yeah, this one is just like how I use it. Just to start, I don't use a ton of extensions. I use very few actually. So if I just open extensions manager here, I basically currently only use one extension, which is this one, Night Theme Switcher. What this one does, it basically just lets you automatically switch between the light theme, and the dark theme. So the night theme is automatically switched to at a current time during the night, and then during the day, I will have the light theme. I like this. It's just easier on the eyes this way. And it goes very well with the night light that you can enable in GNOME. So this really protects your eyes at night and your sleep quality as well. So yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of a minimalist in that way. I don't use a ton of extensions, but I do change some settings that I prefer. For example, the biggest one maybe is this one. I do use a fixed number of workspaces, 4 actually. So I do that because, I don't know, I just like having the fixed workspaces here, and I don't really need more than 4 in most cases. And I also do that because it allows me to use super and the number keys like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, to switch to the different workspaces. So as you might know, by default, if you press super and the number keys, you will launch the apps that are in your dash here in the overview. And I'm not saying that's a bad workflow at all. That is totally useful and viable. But I am just more used to switching to different workspaces with that. And yeah, it's also pretty nice. And that's why I have it set up that way. I use a ton of other keyboard shortcuts that are not quite the default. For example, I also use super U and I to switch to different workspaces. I just find that that is easier than page up and page down because of course it's closer to the home row, and I always want to stay at the home row if I can. And if I do super shift U and I can just take the window with me to that other workspace like this. So I also use a bunch of keyboard shortcuts to start apps very quickly. For example, I use super R for the Files app, super Q to close apps, super W for browsers, super E for email, in this case Thunderbird, super T for Telegram, and stuff like that. Whatever I need, really. I often just type the name of the app like this to open it quickly. My usual workflow is like this. I basically just launch the browser on Workspace 1. In this case, I will open GNOME Web here because I have a ton of tabs open in Firefox. I don't want to let you guys see all that, so I'm just going to open GNOME Web here. But by default, I use Firefox as my main browser, and I use it with a GNOME theme. You can add the GNOME theme with this app here, which is pretty cool. Add water. That just lets you enable the GNOME theme very easily in Firefox, and it looks really nice that way in the GNOME desktop environment. So yeah, I have the browser here on Workspace 1, and then usually I have Ghostty, which is my favorite terminal right now. On Workspace 2, I launched that with Super V. Yeah, Ghostty is really nice. It's currently the best a little bit wider GTK4 GNOME terminal that I know of. It has a ton of features, it's really fast, and what I really like is it not only has tabs like this, but also splits like this. So that's really handy. Oh, and by the way, the keyboard shortcuts I use here are super enter for a new tab and super shift enter for a split. And then if I just keep going here, it will create new splits. And I use super C to close tabs or splits. And I use super J and K to switch to different splits here. And super H and L to switch to different tabs. So, you might have noticed I use the same modifier key, so super, to both interact with GNOME and the Ghostty terminal. And that is really nice because then I don't have to context switch between GNOME and my terminal. It's both the same modifier, and I can just use the same modifier there, and I don't have to, switch to a different modifier. And you can accomplish that by just using keyboard shortcuts that don't conflict. And that's why I have it set up the way I do, If I really wanted to get some work done here, I could just press Super F to maximize the window here, or Super Shift F to full screen it. And now I could just, create my tabs and splits here if I want to. So let me just close this. I also use the fish shell. It's a really nice shell. Of course, if you know the channel, my favorite text editor is the Helix editor. And the distribution I use right now is Bazzite. I use Bazzite, but I have Arch Linux set up in a Distrobox here. And that is currently my main terminal environment. So I can just, for example, install this thing here, fast fetch. It's already installed. And then if I just launch this here, you can see I'm on Arch Linux, but I'm actually not. This is just an Arch Distrobox on Bazzite. And I use Bazzite, it's a really nice distro. It just automatically updates in the background everything you do. I also do gaming on this computer, so that's really nice. Everything is just set up for you. You have atomic updates, everything is completely safe. You don't have, you're not going to break your computer if you do an update. And even if you do, you can just roll back to a previous state. So that's really nice. And, if Arch breaks, if you have some errors with Pacman or whatever, you can just, blow away the Distrobox or create a new one. It doesn't really break your whole computer. I think that's really cool. Bazzite is really nice. Yeah, I used to use NixOS as well, but NixOS is kind of complicated if you know anything about NixOS. And I just didn't want to deal with that complexity anymore, even though I still have my Flake set up and everything. I just don't use that stuff right now. But yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad distro. It's really cool, actually. But I just wanted my computer to be a bit more simple, and Bazzite really fits the bill right now. By the way, let me just talk about how I install applications on Bazzite. So, you have Homebrew. You can install CLI apps that way. I do use Homebrew a little bit, but not that much. My terminal environment, as I said, is Arch Linux right now, which is pretty nice. I just don't see the point of having a non-rolling distribution as the Distrobox of choice here, because I just want the latest stuff, of course. And if I want to install GUI apps, I will use Bazaar, which is a really nice app store for Flathub and Flatpak. It's super fast. It's really nice. So I can really recommend that. So I don't know. Let's just install this here. It's really nice. Much faster than GNOME software, and really focuses on Flathub and Flatpak. So yeah, can really recommend that. Oh, and of course, I don't always use the keyboard for everything. I also use the mouse. So sometimes I like to use the mouse. I just use the hot corner and then scroll with the scroll wheel here and switch to the apps or the workspace that I need. This is really handy. That's one of the reasons why I like GNOME, is that you can be really keyboard centric and use a lot of keyboard shortcuts, but you don't have to, It's not like a tiling window manager where you are, in most cases, kind of forced to use the keyboard. You also can use the mouse in GNOME, It's really nice. It's really simple to launch apps. Here, let me launch the mission center or the settings menu or whatever. It all just works, It's really easy. So yeah, that's why I use GNOME. That's how I like it. If you want to see the tutorial, watch my last video. If you want to see all my Helix content, watch all the other videos on this channel. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Bye.